Hey there, lovely. Good morning. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love. And it's for September 24th, 2021, but it's also timeless. So wherever you're catching it in time, it might be very relevant for you. But if it isn't, enjoy the shenanigans and go about your day. What are we going to kick this off with? It feels like you lost that loving feeling. I'm just going to put that out there. This is what seemed to be a fiery new start, completely falling flat on its face. I get it. It's not fun. And, well, I would rather burn that too. So, what is this involving? You are hitting a lag point on your journey, aren't you? It's time that you really practice patience with yourself. What you are seeing as a roadblock is only something that is internal, that is coming through you. So, what I'm seeing is your hands are not even firmly held behind your back. This is a loose garment that is wrapped around you. This is something that you can easily undo yourself. You have made yourself part of the fence that seems to fence you in. You don't need to be part of this fence. Everything that is alongside of you, you can actually use as a tool, as a defense, as a point of perseverance. And any excuse that you are using for yourself right now, it seems to be that they don't really run deep. These are not substantial blocks that are in front of you. And I think that you not wanting to look at it is what's making them seem more than they are. You feel like you're lost in the water, but little do you realize, because you have that blindfold on, which you can peek through the bottom, but you don't really want to look, do you? It's not that you're in the water. You're standing in a puddle that you can easily move away from, actually. So let's get more on why this is happening. It's okay. So why this is happening is because you are the magician. You are at the beginning points of some new phase, and you literally have everything that you need for this. You may not recognize all the times that you can use whatever is in front of you. But the point is, you're more prepared. But you don't know how to believe that you are prepared, because this has been something that has played on your nerves for as long as you can remember. When you come into full bloom, you don't see the beautiful that you are. You don't see the strength that you are. You don't see the purity that you are. And you don't see what makes you so different. That's okay. This is something that is discovered the more that you are persistent with it. So, what do you need to know? This feels like a lot of masculine energy. This is not gender identifying. It's simply masculine energy. Feels like a point of action and perseverance for you. Let's look more at the low. Nothing has worked out in the past, has it? That's why. You're anticipating a fight. You surrender to the fight more than you surrender to the gift that life wants to give you, because, well, the fight is something that you're more trained for. I was talking with some mentors last night, and these are incredible people. What would you do if you didn't have to fight for what you want in life? If life just gave you a gift, just handed it to you? Now, my answer with that was I'd feel uncomfortable, because I feel like I would have to do the work for it. Otherwise, there'd be a time when the bill came. Does it make you nervous like that? Or does it make you feel relieved? And I want you to pay attention to that feeling, because this is going to show you where your paradigm lock is. Things haven't worked out in the past, no matter how hard you tried to work on it. So, you're recognizing similar signs and you want to give up. But I think that those are emphasized because you aren't really looking at them. I think that you are looking back in time. looking through the eyes of your mind, not actually with what is in front of you, with all the facts in front of you. I get it. It's overwhelming. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups here. This has been growing. This is the harvest time for you. Not only am I recording this in the fall, we just had the equinox, the fall, autumn equinox. This is the time to reap the seeds that you have sown. This is going to look different than anything that I think you could have imagined. This is very specific for you. So what you get, your neighbors aren't going to get. They aren't you. Nobody is you. You're not anybody else either. So keep that into perspective, that just how unique your experience is. This is a time to be excited, to really hone in and cash in on happiness in some aspect of your life. But I see that you're very hesitant to do so because it seems like something would be lost. No, it's not going to be lost. What I'm seeing here is you're going to start to feel the swords of pain and betrayal come out of your back, but the decisions that you make that spring from this are going to be ones that are made from experience, wisdom. You write your own rules in this life. Now, I'm not telling you to do anything illegal or dangerous. Please understand that. What I'm saying is, write your own rules. Decide what works for you. Now, this is a general and collective reading, but the rules for you are not general, nor are they collective. So I want you to be able to separate the two. Happiness in our hearts and home. What are you made out of? What do you allow into your environment? It's time that you get control and exercise control. It's weird, isn't it? For some, to exercise control is to completely lose control and learn that dance. For others, it's control by being disciplined. It's very interesting, the different ways that this can go. Forgiveness has been talked about a lot, and I really want to look at it. There's nothing that you need to regret in your life. Now, with the forgiveness, there may be people who have wronged you. There may be people who have hurt you, either knowingly or unknowingly. Whatever has happened in your life, whether you deem it personal or just carelessness, know that anything and everything, even if it seems personal, has literally nothing to do with you. It literally had nothing to do with you. Any hang up that anyone had or action towards you was something wrong with this particular person, where they felt the need to take the aggression out on you. So the forgiveness is forgetting their idiocy, because I'm just plainly saying that, who are they to come at you like this? No, it wasn't right. But then we have regret. And then we have fortune meets opportunity. You have moved on so much in life. You have a lot of opportunity that's knocking at your door. You probably are having a lot of fulfillment. You are probably taking the job, finding the relationship. You're probably taking the move. You're probably having even a financial complete increase that is ridiculous. Comfort is going to be something that you know very well. But also, I see that your forgiveness and detachment of whoever this is in your life is going to lead to the understanding of what has transpired between the people and the regret of which they have acted towards you, or the situation's response to you. But also, that regret, that person needs to know what forgiveness is. Now, I'm not telling you to be buddy-buddy. I'm not telling you that, because I know that I would find some things in life impossible to forgive. Like, I can't even fathom. So I'm not saying that your case is going to be easy, but whoever has caused this aggression or this pain in your life, there is a sign of regret that is coming from them. I do feel like you are owed an apology, and if nothing else, I want you to understand that you have an energetic apology. I know that probably doesn't mean much, but you need to allow closure on a situation. You, in getting closure on that, you are going to have your new cycle put out on display as if it were a diorama and we're in the 5th grade and we constructed it. But it's going to be a major opportunity and a major realization and a major gift for you. So let go of whatever that, well, okay, I can't just say that. Yeah, let it go, let it go, let it go. Okay, Elsa, good job. No, it's not exactly like that. Don't let that pain control the direction of your life. I know that it's really difficult and sometimes impossible to let go of that pain. Some things are impossible to get through. I get it. I don't get it, but I get it. There's something that I read a couple times, but recently I've read it again. Learn how to dance with your pain. Learn how to function with your pain. Learn how to handle, deal, manage your pain so it doesn't control the direction of your life. You can understand that it's there. You can know that it is a part of your journey, but it doesn't need to be your main story. So the black cat is talking about good luck and a major chance and opportunity coming in. And it's also speaking about how protected you are. So, where do we want to go from here? I'm still getting the Halloween oracle, but I still need incense. Can't believe I have to relight this again. How dare you all? Where's my matches? There we go. Seriously, if you saw my Merlin desk, you'd probably be shocked. It looks like a Merlin desk. What? You ready? Alrighty. So, although you're protected, I'm still being pulled to the Halloween oracle. What does this want you to know? We have the Death card. The eternal cycle begins here, synergy and healing. What you have to look forward to is a new cycle that emphasizes your healing points. Now, I don't know if I talked about it in this reading, but I've said it numerous times before. Healing is sometimes just as painful as the initial wound itself. So be patient and gentle with yourself. If you are experiencing detachment, disassociation, upsets, maybe even huge agitation. Like last week, I snapped over something so minor towards a family member, and I still feel bad about it. Like, I wasn't horrible, but I snapped, and that's out of character for me. Like that. It may actually have you behaving out of character a little bit. So understand that that's part of the healing process. And then we have the future. The future of what you have to look forward to, we have eternal love. Right now, it's going to be at a pause in your life, which I think is part of the cocooning phase. I do feel like you are cocooning. Because look at what we have here. We have the moth. All of these start off as caterpillars of some sort. Then they get to a certain point in age, and then their growth, and then they create this shield around them so that they can safely become undone. And then they can reconfigure yourself. We can call it, metamorphosis. We can also call it the phoenix coming out of the ashes, whatever suits you, but right now we got a moth. So know that your deconstruction is leading to your reconstruction, which you are deciding what that looks like. We have this energy and healing, the future. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. The winter, the sacredness of pausing. Now, what I love about this is it's talking about all of the love and abundance and the righteousness that is coming into your life. And even if you're not experiencing it in the now, know that you're experiencing the pause. The moment where the caterpillar is in the chrysalis, it's already come undone. It's dismantled every aspect of itself, and it's putting itself in the correct spaces for change. Change is growth, and even when we can't see it, it is still continuous behind the scenes. So this eternal love that is coming in, it can be love, but I think that this is the new way which you are going to see yourself and allow life to happen in your world, and the compassion that did not die when you were going through this entire transformation. I do see that you will be practicing unbridled compassion, not only for yourself, but for others. But I also feel like that compassion that you are newly bestowing upon yourself is going to take some getting used to. So you need to learn to sit with yourself. I know, who wants to hear that? Not me. We have the never-ending story. I'm not feeling particularly drawn to this deck, though. Okay, hang on. Being pulled to the, what is the deck? Oh, the Crystal Mandela Oracle. So I am going to pick one card from here, and I'm going to read about what it says to you. So we have the Passion of the Lionheart, the goddess Sekhmet. How do I pronounce that? I'm not going to leave it completely butchered. I'm sure that I butchered it. Hold on. Not going down with that fight on this. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves. Okay. How to pronounce Sekhmet.
Sekhmet.
Sekhmet. Okay, I was totally going to butcher that. That's fun. So, where's my booklet? Where's my booklet? Did I leave it in here? I don't think that I did. Ah, no, here it is. I told you, this is a Merlin desk. It's organized, but it's still difficult because there's a lot. So we have the goddess Sekhmet and the fire agate. Sekhmet, yeah. There's a reason. I don't even think I could actually, no, I can't even say that. Eventually I'll be able to completely know this verse by verse, but not there. And this has a lot. So, there are those who will be led through life by the cool light of their inner knowing, and those who will be led by their heart, by their dreams and aspirations. Those led by their hearts need passionate purpose, a sense of meaningful motivation, motivating desire to gain energy and to accomplish great things. They have tremendous divine potential because they are less limited by the constraints of the mind. Where the mind may analyze and reflect and choose to opt out of a particular task, the heart will be moved by compassion and engage fully and completely with what needs to be done, no matter if it seems unlikely to succeed. This is when the, oh my goodness, bold, daring heart is at its most beautiful, pulling off what seems to be unlikely or even impossible by sheer force of commitment to what it loves most. The passionate heart needs reassurance too, however. It needs to know that it is allowed to love dreams that don't make sense. It is allowed to be daring and to take risks and put faith in what can be, even if more logic-oriented minds question the sanity of such an action. Great changes happen when the wild dreamers let their love loose in the world. The passion of the lion heart can inspire a meeker soul to find the sassiness in spirit that it didn't even know it had, and join in the wild lion army of sacred warrior fighting with peace for love on earth. This oracle comes to you with a message. Trust your passion and your heart. Believe in what moves you most. The desire in your heart, they're by divine design. They are meant to be. You are here to further your journey of trusting in the heart. Whether that means you have been a raging divine lion for many years, or just starting to wonder if you can turn your quiet truths into a mighty roar. You are being invited to go deeper into the passions of your heart and live your divine purpose with courage and conviction. If your heart is tired, broken, overwhelmed, despairing, doubting, or suffering from compassionate fatigue, where you know that you still care but you can't summon the energy to feel anything in that moment, this oracle brings you comfort. Rest, heal, replenish. Your soul has not faded, but you must give yourself time it needs to recover from your remarkable excursions. Allow your heart to motivate you, not burn you out. Take your time, allow the divine to heal you, and know that the shining lion heart shall burn bright with energy once again. The oracle also brings you comfort if you feel that you are lacking in courage, compassion, or emotional motivation, and perhaps suffering not only from fatigue, but empathy, depression, or despair too. You are going to overcome anything and everything that stands in the way of your loving heart. Burning bright with sacred fire, the fierce face of the Divine Mother is upon your precious heart, and she will intervene on your behalf. Do not doubt the extent and the power of her love for you. Nothing can overcome it. She always wins. Empower her to help you with the following healing process. Do it as often as needed until you feel the fire in your heart. Do not force, be patient, but give yourself the support you need by the healing process. The Divine Mother can take care of the rest. So this is time for you to find your healing process. That was beautiful. I'm going to leave it there. Don't let your heart die out. It's not going to be a reality. Hey, if you're coming across this might be a spirit message for you. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. We're getting something from the ancestors. The love and legacy of our DNA. Whatever this is, you have it in you. It runs through you. What is that? Empathy? Do you consider yourself an empath? Do you find that people kind of latch on to you? It's interesting because perfect strangers, when you are in the beginning stages of it or even at any point in it, no matter where you are in time, you start to notice that people feel very, very comfortable around you. And that's a good thing. That's your light. And they can tell you their life story. And anybody who tells you their life story or who you have said your life story to somebody, I don't want you to take that as anything negative. It's because a safe environment is recognized and it's been created. So the energy vampire is the lack of consideration of you towards you. Let me see. All right. I genuinely think that you are here to help people. I think that you are an amazing and beautiful person. I do. But I also want you to consider that you are in a human experience and that you as well need to take care of yourself. Now, I don't think that you're not here to not help people. I don't think that you're not here to... I know that you're here to help people. I'll just say it that way. But you need to be taken care of as well. Part of you continuously helping people in the future is knowing when to protect your own energy, knowing when to pull it in, and also allow yourself to be taken care of. You cannot serve your purpose with an empty well. And it's time to shine some light on why you may have trouble receiving. So this is a really important time, very informative of yourself, but I don't see it dwindling your beautiful, caring, and giving nature. I think that it's one of your biggest strengths in this world. I actually want that to be really harnessed and grow. Yeah. So find out what your needs are and what needs to be met, and continue the cycle. Well, have a continuation of cycle. Not of the drain, but of giving and receiving. Hey there, gorgeous. We need a message involving matters of the heart. Can you dig it? Relationship patterns. All right, there's something that you need to pay attention to. And I think it needs to potentially stop. The pattern, not you. Never you. Now. All right. Take a chance on love. Okay. All right. Okay, I want one more. Sorry, 1 second. You'll see what I'm looking at in a minute. Put yourself out there. Okay, so we have relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. Choose love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. Physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much. It's time that you reach out, or somebody is going to be reaching out to you. I see that negative patterns in relationships, maybe even you dodging them, is coming to an end. Somebody who has been running is no longer running. Awesome. Congrats. I hope that it's a healthy relationship and not a toxic one, because I'm never going to ship that. But let's see. This, whoever this was involving, I think that they were potentially afraid of the depth of their emotions, or they're afraid of getting hurt. You know, you can only be hurt so many times. Some people tend to become jaded, and I think that was on the brink of possibility here. But I also see that it's this person, maybe you, has recovered in it. So now I see that somebody has the heart and the space and the ability to make a reconnection, a reconciliation, if you will. So don't be surprised if over the next few days or even few weeks, God, you get maybe some sort of sign from somebody, maybe even a bad signal, for God's sakes. Maybe somebody is going to call, maybe you're going to bump into them, maybe they're going to show up, but there is an energetic connection that is being restored here, and I see that you're going to, there's going to be contact in some way, shape, or form. Positive, because we're not repeating these old cycles and patterns. So listen to whatever is said with an open heart and an open mind, but if your answer is ultimately no, put that out there. How did this happen again? I swear to God, I was recording for what I thought was a little bit over 2 minutes. Nothing recorded. I see nothing but zeros. Talking to dead air here. Oh my God. All right, so we are getting a message from daily guidance from your angels. This was the card I've been blabbing about, acceptance. So I have to accept what has happened, apparently. Come back to center. Come back to center. Okay. There was 2 ways that I was looking at acceptance. Now, the first one I really want to talk about. For some of you, it is going to be accepting yourself. I feel like you have been trying to outrun yourself, believing either lack of worth or something negative about yourself. There's this idea of accepting that you are this unique even spectacle in the world that needs to stand out, in their own uniqueness. Now, people come in all different shapes, sizes, and colors. Yours is very unique for yourself, and it's time that you see yourself as an entirety, as this beautiful, unique piece of art, and see what you can do with what you perceive as the potential weaknesses that you used to focus on, and really make those your strength. There's a point about you that you really need to just look at with the eyes of unconditional love. Whatever you've rejected about yourself, it is time to get closure to that. It is time to let that old voice, which is not your own, dwindle off. Now, the other way I was seeing this is accepting what has occurred in your life. It doesn't mean that it was okay. It doesn't mean that it was passable. It means that we don't see the big picture for what it is right now. And when we try and do that, we can't really make sense of anything. So with trials and tribulations that may have been a contribution to your life, it's not time to dwell on it. It's time to see that even though we don't see how this plays out now, at some point in our life, we can look back and see why everything happened the way that it did, and it was not without divine purpose. So, all around, where you are, where you sit or stand or lean in life, it doesn't matter. See yourself for your absolute beautiful worth and who you are, and accept it. You can take this anywhere you want to go. You can change direction. You can finally find and establish your direction. If you're coming across this, you need a message from the magical, mystical fairies. Isn't that what it's called? I never remember this one. Yeah, magical messages from your fairies. Oy vey. Oy vey. What is this? Dietary change. That's fun. Let's see what this is about. Flower power. Whom do you need to forgive? Where are you carrying dis-ease in your body? And I said it specifically like that for a reason. So if you're coming across this, it's time that you start working with your body rather than against it and trying to get it to fit in some sort of ideal that does not actually exist. It's literally, it feels like an illusion, and this actually feels like something of the physical body. So at what point in your life did you start rejecting yourself, your voice, your physical presence? When did you start criticizing it or going along with the criticism and start to find an abundance of ways to improve as if you were inferior in the first place? It's time for you to have a recommitment ceremony with yourself and really start to work with yourself. I know that sounds weird, but it's time for you to do an overhaul in relationship to you and your personal well-being and health. What even paid off in the past, it doesn't seem sustainable. I feel like there is a ton of pressure on you. So whoever has put these expectations, these standards on you, they are not your own, and they're not for you to hang on to. You are going to change very naturally your image, your size, your position in life, and even your abilities. All of these are going to change as you actually nurture and foster the natural settings of your body. What works for you is not going to work for everybody else, and vice versa. So it's time to stop holding yourself to unrealistic standards and really see yourself as the powerhouse that you are and work in order for that unique powerhouse. So I hope that made sense, and know that you're worth taking care of to the maximum for yourself. This is your vehicle that is supposed to get you from point A to point B in life. That's all I got. Please take care of yourself. You're worth this. If you're coming across this might be spirit message for you, but it looks like things are slowing down almost to a screeching halt. Why? It's not about how much you can do. You know that, right? It's not about how much you can put on your shoulders, how much you can take on for everybody. It's time for you to slow down and actually let the calm take over your life. I don't really see this as anything negative. I see that this is your responsibility and self-care. I feel a strong feeling of, I've said this yesterday, I said this in a few readings recently, this is definitely collective energy. People pleasing. Don't yes ma'am, yes sir, yes them. Don't do that to everybody. You're not a Swiss Army knife. Don't do what other people can do for themselves. No matter what, no matter how much you are hard at work on it, it's not going to work out. I know that's not what you want to hear, but your well-being is at stake here. I see that you are stressed, overwhelmed, and maybe even low-key already mentally or emotionally shutting down. So, what I'm seeing is recognize that not everything is up for you. Not everything is for you to take on of others. You are not taking the runoff of other people's responsibilities. So I know that this is going to be difficult, but learn when to say no. Learn when to say, I'm busy. Learn when to say, I care, but I can't. So I know that's not what you want to hear, but you need to put yourself as a priority right now. And it's time that you actually rest, recharge your batteries. I don't know if you watch TV or not. I'm not a big TV watcher, nor do I care if anybody else is. It's all good. Do whatever seems like relaxation and care right now. A hot bubble bath, reading a book, hiking, it's all up to you. But it's time that you start saying no to people and let your world get balanced. I do hope that that made sense. It'll get better. But you're burning the candle not only at both ends, but in the center right now, and it's not sustainable. And it could actually completely fry you out. Please take care of yourself. Alrighty, we're gonna get a message from Rider-Waite. If you've come across this, you might need to hear it. Listen, you're not open to whatever life is trying to give you right now because you're focusing on something that really doesn't require anything more from you. I see that the cups in the karmic are empty. You don't see what life is bringing you, even as we speak. This cup, I know it looks empty. It can't be filled with you. You have to fill yourself. This is going to be filled with whatever the intention is behind it. Right now you're working on healing because of this karmic situation. I do feel like it was something that you couldn't speak up about. I feel like it's something that not only rocked your heart, it rocked your foundation. And I see that this, it made you feel like you were hanging in suspension for a while, like you did not have control over this. But I also feel like this is something that it's mirroring some sort of an experience in your life from when you were younger. Now I see that you are retrieving some aspect that was lost years ago that you haven't looked at. And I see that the guide is the one who's navigating this while you are the person in action going to retrieve whatever this karmic situation was. You may be dealing with a lot of resurfacing traumas that I think you probably haven't looked at in a while. You're very guarded, but not only by yourself, which Spirit knows that you're closed off to right now. It's the other swords that are all around you. This is something that does deal with the home life, but what you don't see is the guide that's behind you with the wand in hand, who is plowing you through all of this to get you back to a place where you actually have authentic passion for life again. There's been a lot of healing that you've been doing in the past with this, but as you move forward, that healing is becoming less and less necessary. Now, things will resurface through time, but this wave that you are working through and the stages that you're in right now, it really does look like it's time for you to bask in the healing waters that you have already brought in. You just got away from the whitewater rafting on here. I know I'm talking very figurative in that one, but it's important because you don't see it right now. You have done a major bulk of the work, and you are going to be in recovery. You should work on relaxation, but you should also be proud. Congrats.